Conversations with Rick and Eric.
My voice has also been doing that, so that's fun. I think it's... Well, Eric's dying. My voice is breaking up. Well, it's the most wonderful time of the year, with the bloody noses and people smoking, and then there is queers. It's the most wonderful time. Something.
Yeah.
That's it.
So welcome everyone. Coming in hot.
Yeah.
To
We took a week off because New Year's.
yeah. Welcome back to Amityville Studios. I almost fucking forgot the name.
It's Amityville Studios. It's a whole thing.
Um,
Don't burn yourself too. Like.
So welcome back to Amityville Studios, aka the Trap Home. For another episode of Wide Range of Conversations with Rick and Eric. I am Eric.
And I am Rick.
And welcome to 2024, so far the sleepiest year ever.
I've slept a lot this year, and mainly because I wake up, I see something really awful and stupid that's happening, and I go, not today, Satan. And I went back to bed. So
yeah, me and Mark were having the discussion, like, so far this year has been like all we've wanted to do is sleep, and like other people too that I've talked to, like, yeah, like maybe we've hit that point in life where it's just like fed up and just like fuck it.
I'd rather be sleeping. Yeah. I mean, last night I started. We already watched a movie for this, and I was like, well, I'm gonna read my book for a little bit, and maybe I'll pop on to. I noticed you guys are online doing the thing, watching a Ring of Honor show. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm totally gonna do that. And then I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. No time skip. I just don't remember what happened. Like, I wasn't reading or anything. The book was still in my hands. I just woke up like 4 hours later, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, and I've been having fucking weird dreams too that are like seem realistic, kind of weird. Like the one I had today, which I don't want to have happen because it kind of curses somebody that we know or fucking AKA ends their life.
Oh Jesus! Then what's maybe not?
It was our friend from high school, Amanda Donnelly.
Dude, I'm just talking to her right now because I'm going to go visit her.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. So, I didn't know this. So, so my dream that I had today was that her and her husband got into some sort of accident. And I don't remember why. We were all going to the hospital, like, to go see what happened. By the time we got there, they were dead. Like, they had died.
I don't like
in this accident. But she was pregnant, and they were somehow able to save the baby and implant it into her sister so the baby would still survive. Like, fucking weird ass dream. Like, or I'm like just being chased and I don't know what from, but they're like action movie sequences where I'm like cutting through houses and fucking sliding down stairs and shit, fucking running.
This isn't me at all sending a text message to Amanda right now. No shit. Shout out, because I literally had just talked to her today about, because there's it's a drag group of people going around doing Golden Girls episodes.
That's awesome.
It's going to be right by your house. And I'm like, is there a not super gay way to ask you and your sister if you want to go see Golden Girls in drag with me? And she's like, fuck yeah, I want to go do that. So we're literally ironing out the plans right now. This is me live on air. Please
don't go on any
be
trips.
Careful.
Yeah, but it just like
while driving.
other shit. I want to say it was a plane accident.
Oh, she doesn't fly very often.
I don't know, but there was it was some sort of shit. But yeah, and I've just been having fucking other weird ass dreams, like dreams about my fucking birthday coming up, which is fucking one of the big ones that I don't want to fucking talk about, and like shit happening on that day.
Hey, listen, I did it. It's fine.
And yeah, so it's been fucking weird. But yeah, I don't know. The fucking 2024 hit, and it's just like, fuck everything. I'd rather sleep. On top of fucking just life being stressful in general. But
yeah.
What is you were talking about? What's the fucking book that you're reading?
Oh, I took a picture of it because I'm really bad with titles, because you know how I am about stuff.
Yeah.
It is, so literally I follow, like, people do book talk, people who read books and stuff like that. And this person was like, hey, do you want to read a book about two boys falling in love while they work at Dollywood? Well, it's not Dollywood, but it's like Dollywood in the book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to read that book. And I bought it literally. It's called A Little Bit Country. And I am almost halfway through it.
Right on.
And they're falling in love.
Does it get a little bit country?
He's falling in love. They took a swim naked. And now they're kissing. They love each other.
The other day I caught.
He did? We're live texting this right now.
The other day I got up and Rachel. I caught the tail end of a movie that Rachel was watching called They/Them. Have you ever heard about that? It's like a movie where apparently it takes place at a fucking reformation camp for gay and kids, whatever.
We don't talk about conversion therapy.
And
that's illegal. I think finally here.
Is it?
Hooray.
But there's like a killer that's like not killing the campers, but like killing the fucking staff people.
Oh, that's fine.
But like Kevin Bacon is like in it, and homegirl from My Girl is in it. The little girl from it.
Who's that?
The one, like the main girl from the one that has Macaulay Culkin, where he fucking gets bit by the bees and shit.
Who is that lady? Cast.
I'm vamping while he's looking this up. Anyway.
Yeah. There's some wild shit that's happening right now.
But yeah, there is a whole fucking thing that happens, and
top cast.
I forgot where I was going.
I don't know who this bitch is. It's some girl named Anna Kumliski. I don't think that's her.
Let me see.
That's what she looks like now.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, what does she do? Does she end things?
Yeah, she was in the fucking movie My Girl, like forever ago, with Macaulay Culkin when he was a little kid and he died by getting fucking stung by bees.
Whoa! She was somebody in Rugrats.
What?
Yeah.
Who? Angelica? I'm calling Angelica.
Charlotte?
Oh, I
don't know who Charlotte is.
I don't either.
It's been too long since I've seen stuff like that. Anyway, who's this bitch? Join us now in wider range of conversations for Who's That Bitch?
But yeah, anyway, it was the movie was kind of a trip at the end. He made one of the fucking campers fucking shoot his dog that was about to die, and yeah, it was a weird movie.
I'm wilded out because she's in something with John Cena. I see a poster on here. Oh, it's a podcast that we don't care about. Well, we care about podcasts. We're not
Anyway,
on Robot Chicken. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm sorry.
I don't know where I was going with that. Then we got thrown off because fucking you got a text saying that she's going on a trip. That's fucking weird. And then she's actually flying.
Is it wild?
Is it her and her husband or just her? If it's her and her husband, that's fucking.
We'll talk to her after that.
She's not pregnant, is she?
I don't know that. Eric. I haven't like we talk like once every couple of months. It's one of those like, hey man, it's been like half a year. Let's go hang out. So, and then this popped up on my TikTok. They're like, hey, we're traveling around doing Golden Girls episodes in drag. And I'm like, fuck yes. And tickets are only like $50 to go see for like 2 hours. I'm like,
that ain't bad.
That'll be an experience. She's like, you can stay here. And I'm like, yes. Although I will be in Ohio for a couple of days and I don't know how I feel about that. But it's close to Cincinnati. At least there's that.
Yeah. I don't know. That might be worse, depending.
We'll find out.
Oh, excuse me.
No, wait. I'm the one with acid burps today. We can't both have them.
So I have a question because I just didn't want to ask in group chat, and you usually stay on top of things. So what the fuck is the deal with the Epstein list that everybody's fucking talking about?
Wild.
What?
Do you not know anything about it?
No. I don't even know who fucking Mike Epstein is, if I'm going to be dead ass honest with you.
And
I went to go search it on my phone, and all of a sudden I got a bunch of shit. I'm like, I'm going to get my phone locked or something's going to happen to me.
TLDR of that is it's Harvey Weinstein and something else Epstein. One of the two. The two of them have an island where like the rich and the powerful go to that may or may not allegedly, and then found out for real, had underage girls where you could pay to canoodle.
Yeah.
And a lot of very famous people were there or on that list.
Oh, okay. Because I remember they were talking about what's his face, not Jimmy Fallon, but the other late night show that I can think of his name. But that he was
the wildest name on that list for me was Stephen Hawking. I'm like, what's going on here?
So, like, who all do they fucking...
I didn't look at... I honestly don't want to know.
Oh.
It's one of those, because you yell at me all the time that I like to
Things
ruin
we
people
ruin.
for me.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't care who's on that list. It's just, I'm going to just assume you're a piece of shit until you prove to me otherwise nowadays. And that's just how life has got to go.
Right.
Because this is the life we live. And here we are in 2024.
Yeah, because there was a mix between people tripping out about that and then people tripping out about fucking Cat Williams' new thing that fucking just came out. He did an interview.
Yeah, he's wilding out.
Fucking just went off about fucking everybody. He was talking about the clip that I saw.
He fucking hates Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, he does. He said some shit about fucking going to an Illuminati meeting, but it was coming up between like him and Ludacris about the Fast and Furious movies and what they had offered him, or what the deal was one of them had to cut their hair, one of them had to quit doing the little pointy like sideburn fucking gimmicky. They would get $200 million per movie for 10 movies. Shit. And he didn't say exactly which one it was. And then he brought up, he's like, and then shortly after that, one of us ended up on Fast and the Furious movies. And how many are they on now? And the dude was like 10 of them. He's like, yup. And fucking
Okay.
and just and he goes off about fucking
Cat
a whole
Williams.
bunch of everybody. So I didn't know shit about the Epstein list thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty excited because I have some. We decided Eric is going to wing his for later, but we've drafted our own 2024 bingo cards that we're going to read at the end of the show.
right.
There's some wild shit I got on here, and I'm not going to give the whole thing away because I'm going to post it on the Instagram because we need to get more engagement on there because I don't do very much with it. So
Right.
that way at least it'll give somebody something to look at. But I think.
And I was just promoting the podcast today, so definitely
See,
have to.
yeah, we're gonna have to do that now. It's this whole. I'd like to say my workload at work was lessening with more people, but
Yeah.
it's not. So that's fine.
You'll just have to write down the shit for me, and I'll do it while I'm
Yeah.
figuring out my work
I
situation.
gave you the login for it, didn't I?
No.
If I didn't, we'll do that today. This is off the screen. Anyway, so Cat Williams is wild, and
The Epstein list is wild.
so-
and we're hoping that Amanda doesn't get in a fucking crash.
the wild thing that I heard today, there is a place in I think it's Cook County.
Michigan?
Not in Michigan. I don't know where it was. They said Cook County, which I haven't done the full research on because I haven't. It's one of those you hear as a blip and you're like, "Oh, that's wild."
Yeah.
This apartment complex literally boarded up everything. Like they went in the dead of night, took all the door knobs off the doors, and boarded them up and locked people inside of it
For why?
for not paying rent.
Oh.
So
I
now,
mean, at least you're inside.
but they turned off all the utilities as well. So now they're like freezing and starving to death because they can't get out of their houses. And $5 if you can tell me if they were rich or not.
Assuming they are.
Of course they're not.
Oh,
The people in there who are getting locked in.
Are not rich, no.
Of course, it was a low income. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, here, dude, this is going to be the year. That's on my bingo list. We'll get to that again. Prepping you for this bingo list. It's a good one. I hope to God I don't get a bingo, though. This is one of the ones you don't want to win on.
Are we going to make the free space in the middle?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm hoping that's all I get.
Is the free space.
Yes. But we did watch, speaking of a free space and to free your mind and to be chased by laugh tracks, we did watch a really shitty movie for this episode
Yeah.
called Bloody New Year. And
I can hit the intro.
yeah,
now.
we have a new intro, don't we? Or is it the old one again?
I'm just going to use this song.
Which one? Oh, yes. Can we do, like, no shit, because we know people with studios now. Can we for real do, like, a version of that? That would be really fun, I think.
Yeah, I'll talk to Ed. I'm sure he
Okay.
would fucking be for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, pop, and alcoholic beverages. It's movie time with Rick and Eric.
Take one boy, take one girl, add a little love and shake it up, shake it up. That's a recipe for romance. That's a recipe for.
So if you think about it, that song could technically be politically incorrect now.
Why is that?
Because he says it takes one boy, it takes one girl, mix it all together, and that's how you get love.
I don't know about that. It's also a recipe for a mess.
Or whatever the fuck. Oh, is
Yeah.
that what he says?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, honestly, straight people are a mess. But no, we watched Bloody New Year, and it is directed by Norman J. Warren. It's written by Written. I had a stroke just then. Fraser, it's Pearc, Parse. Your name's weird. Fraser Parse and Hayden Parse. And it was also written partially by the director. And that's the most lip service they're going to get, because this movie is not good.
Yeah, it was confusing.
But all I want to do is, you take one boy, you take one girl, shake it up, shake it up. That's a recipe for a mess.
Yeah, that's literally all I have written down. And then the bullies at the fucking tilt-a-whirl. And then...
How this movie takes such a left turn so quickly.
Yeah. So from what I remember, it was one chick getting bullied by these two dudes on the tilt-a-whirl. These people helped them, and then they ran, and then all of a sudden they're on a boat, and then all of a sudden they're on an island.
Yeah, they're getting bullied, and they save this girl, and then there's like this two greaser dudes that are like, hey, this motherfucker that's on here is our friend. And then they're like, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So Bloody New Year has a 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 2.5 on Letterboxd, and honestly, generous. And it's got a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb, which most of those are pretty generous.
Yeah.
I think Rotten Tomatoes, I'm definitely going to 26%. That's fair.
Right.
At best. But so yeah, that's the whole, the shtick is these people are on the beach and they're all like, hey man, doing 80s stuff. Talk about girls, and do they call them broads then? But that was a time, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're doing that, and they decide that they're going to go to the carnival because this one guy's like, oh, man, I'm tired of being alone. And that guy's name is Spud. Remember how we were like, hold up, halfway through the movie? Because they're like, oh, no, Spud. And we're like, I'm sorry. Your name is Spud?
Yeah.
He's a bitch anyway, and we'll get to that. But I guess they beat somebody's ass on a tilt-a-whirl because they're trying to like fuck with this chick, and this old guy's like, that's my tilt-a-whirl, those are my kids, probably. And then they get the girl out of there, and the guy's like got a chain, and he's like, rah. And for some reason they get on a boat, and then they're just like on an island. So what Eric said is pretty accurate.
Yeah, because then all of a sudden, and then their boat starts fucking up, and then there's randomly a hotel or they find an island in a hotel,
and they're like, hey, let's go into this hotel. And I'm like, why would you do that?
Especially when nobody answers the door,
right?
There's nobody there,
because they were knocking pretty aggressively, and they just get in there and they're like, oh, I guess we're just gonna walk up the stairs and put on clothes that we find.
And they're like 50s themed clothes too, for like whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, the one chick went and took a bath, too.
That's weirder, right?
She went and took a bath, and like, yeah, they just like went and let themselves in and made themselves at home.
It's wild. I might go look around, but at the first instinct of like, the fuck, I'm out. I will swim back to shore.
Yeah.
I will take my chances with whatever sea aquatic life is there versus a ghost. I know more about them.
I'm trying to think of fucking how even the first person died.
It's really fucking stupid. You ready? Because I remember this one.
Yeah.
They find a theater, and they go to sit down and they watch this shitty movie.
Yeah.
And then there's like a ghost that comes out of the movie screen, and Spud's up there going like, this guy sucks. And he goes, eh. It barely scratches him on the face, and he dies.
He like turns into film or something, doesn't he?
No, he just falls over and dies.
Oh.
He might be film. But he still falls over and dies from a scratch.
Right. Cat scratch fever, bro.
But he's like, he's always like the big badass one. And then after that, there's the new blonde guy that's like the new badass guy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro.
Yeah, after that, the whole movie just turns into a fucking blur of randomness.
So the few things I do remember, because after that, they're like, the girl who just met him is just like, and I'm like, you just met. And you're on an abandoned island with these people?
Yeah, she's
freaking
the fuck out. Yeah.
So they go out to kind of explore this island, and then there's this one guy who is the dad from the Sandlot the kid who's like, "You're killing me, Smalls." It's got to be that guy's dad. He looks exactly like him. And then there's this one girl who looks like his mom, and they were trying to fuck, and he's like, "No," and I'm like, "It's because it's his mom." But they're like going around this island. They're like, "Oh, we got to find something," because apparently that happened, and they're trying to find somebody. Like, hey, because Spud died because he got scratched.
Yeah.
So they go into this one room, but they break into this person's house. Let's be so fucking for real right now.
Yeah.
And the one guy is over looking at stuff, and she looks over at, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's like a chest or something, and old Greg pops out of it, and he's like, "I'm old Greg." And then he's like trying to like feel up her tits or something, and then he's like, "No, that's my mom, and possibly my lover." And he like beats its ass back into submission, and then he like stabs it with a harpoon.
Yeah.
That was wild. And then they all were like, "Oh, I think this is the point where the other two, you tell this part better, is when in the middle part when they has the one other guy and that one other girl, and they're like just in there, and what are they getting chased by?"
Oh,
This is that part.
they were running through the woods, and they had the camera chasing them, like you could see, like it was a person actually following them. But all you can hear is laughing, and just they're being chased by a fucking laugh track. Like they're just like in terror, and all you hear is like crowds of people laughing while they're running, and it's fucking hilarious.
That was the best. That might be the best part. Except for this part that's coming up after this is slightly better for me, just because of me. But so
what if there was a real thing that happened?
you just get chased by laughs.
By laugh tracks?
I do. It's called people in my real life.
Or that was a phobia, and you like worked on a fucking sitcom, and all of a sudden the laugh track goes off. You're like, "Oh god!" and just take off running.
Just start screaming, laying down, pissing your pants,
PTSD from laugh tracks.
pissing testicles drawers. Nailed it.
Okay.
Yes. So what happens after that is they go back into the hotel, and this is where a guy from the dad from the Sandlot and this other girl who's his mom is in there, and she's just like, "Ugh!" And then she literally gets punched so hard she turns into a ghost, like instantaneously, just ka-cha! And she's just like, and a ghost. And then the leader guy comes in, and he's like somehow found this gun, and he's like, ka-cha! And anybody start blasting the ghost. And then the ghost just looks at her and just goes and queefs the bullets back out on him. And that's the wildest thing I've ever experienced in cinema.
I don't know if that's. I don't remember exactly.
That's
what
exactly.
happened.
No, I will take no questions. That is what happened. She got punched so hard she turned into a ghost and queefed bullets back at a guy. And honest to God, if that should just be everybody's. Watch that part. Between the laugh track and that, I don't remember what happens after that, because after there's two other, because that guy dies.
Basically,
then.
they explain that there was some
the plane
airplane,
crash.
yeah, with some time fucking dooley dad on it, fucking blew up and landed on the island, which caught the island somewhere in between like death and alive, and they're just on like a time loop.
Oh.
And the people that were there were stuck there now, and that was the end of the movie.
Yeah, the only part I remember is they finally get down to the very, very end, and they get back on the boat, which is clearly broken, but they're like, fuck it. And the one girl, he's kind of like, that was still brand new to the group, was like getting sucked into the sand. He's like, "Oh, I better go help her." No, fuck that bitch.
Oh, yeah, when they almost made it off. Yeah.
And then he swims back to her, and just that one girl gets away.
Yeah, because he gets pulled down. Yeah.
Because that was the girl that got sucked into the elevator, and they never saw her again.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we missed a whole part. Because the girl that he was kind of air quotes with was in that elevator, and then it looks like somebody in a gimp suit pops out of this elevator and grabs her in for a weird sideways hug and sucks her into the elevator,
like the metal elevator.
Yeah. And that's the girl he sees on the beach,
yeah,
trying to beckon him back, is going, "Hey, come back for me." And he's like, "Oh, girl that got sucked into the elevator, clearly you're fine. I better come back for you." And I said, he fucking gets it. He deserves everything he gets.
But yeah, that was I don't know.
That was it. Somehow she survives, and then you get take one boy, you take one girl. Let's get rid of it. But anyway, what I gave. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I pulled it up in my actual thing here. So I gave it a 1.5 stars. It's all right. And my review is: you take a group of teens, you take a plane crash at a haunted resort, and shake it up, shake it up. That's a recipe for a mess. Because that's the song they did the whole time.
Right.
It's gotten 2 likes already.
That's good.
I'm famous on Letterboxd.
I would probably give it a 0.5 star.
Yeah.
Just because after a while, I was like, I don't know what the fuck is happening anymore.
And God bless your wife, because she's found some doozies for us to come up with later. So,
Oh, the fucking Attack of the Killer Donuts.
yes.
Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Or did you look up the cult of Humpty Dumpty or whatever the fuck it
I
was?
haven't, but we'll probably do both of them. Problem is, so I think we're going to do what we're going to do to kind of keep it fresh is I'll keep adding weird shit, and I think each of us will get a pick each week. Like, I know we want to do the Turtles stuff,
Oh, yeah.
so that might be the next one we'll do, like the first Turtles movie.
Yeah, Fancy Matt wants to be on an episode of the Turtles one.
He's got to be on the third one, because that's the worst one.
That's the one that I said. I was like, because maybe you know shit about it that would make it a little bit better. He's like, unfortunately, anything that I know about that movie will make it even worse. So
That's
that
better.
might actually, yeah, that might even be.
Because I cannot talk about that third movie for like 20 minutes even, because
Yeah.
like we normally do these conversations. I can't do it.
I think that's like the only movie out of those that I've ever seen twice. All the other ones I've seen like a bunch.
I remember as a
even
kid
the
seeing it.
animated ones, except for the newer one, I've only seen once, but I would still watch
Yeah.
it again.
the first Michael Bay one is shit. I remember that one being awful, but the second
Oh,
one was
I
good.
completely forget about those even exist.
The second one's good though. And the new animated one's really good. So we have a lot of. We'll do Turtles throughout the year. I think we'll sprinkle them in.
Okay.
Because there's 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I didn't even think
6,
about
7,
the Michael,
8.
I didn't even think about the Michael Bay
There's
Turtle ones.
8 Turtles movies.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about those.
So by the time we're done with Turtles movies and some random shit, it'll be time for my favorite season.
yeah, because I was thinking the original 3 in costume, and then they had the one TMNT one that was
Yeah.
called the animated one, and then the new one that just came out.
Then there's another TMNT after that too.
I didn't think.
There's because there's Michael Bay TMNT, and then they did in that universe they did another one,
Okay.
and then there's an animated one, and then they did the newest one. Because there's an animated movie one that's in between the Michael Bay ones, I think,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
where Buffy Summers, Sarah Jessica Parker is April O'Neil.
And they get all the statues and shit.
Yes.
And that man's immortal and everything.
Okay. Yes.
That's before I thought that was before the Michael Bay.
Is
ones.
it? So we're doing that one. Well, there'll be that one, and then the 2 Michael Bay ones, and then there's the new animated one, and I think there's somewhere in the middle I'm missing one, but
Anyway, yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of turtle talk. Should I come every episode with fun facts about turtles? That could be
Sure.
fun. Turtles like cactus. I do follow a tortoise on Instagram that likes to eat cactuses.
Okay.
He's very cute. He just is like, oh, look, a cactus. I'm shaking the table with my laughter.
So BINGO is the fucking name, yo.
That is his name. I don't know if I remember how that goes anywhere. Is it public domain yet?
I have fucking no clue.
B.I.
The whole song
censored.
where the fucking there once a farmer had a dog and
Bingo
Bingo
was
was
his
his name.
name.
Yeah.
And then they just take out a letter, right? That's how that goes?
I don't fucking know.
That's been way too long.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2024 Bingo Card-O-Rama. And then like air horn noises. So I have I'm gonna read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have a shit ton of them on here. So I think I'm gonna do my top 10.
Okay.
And then I'm going to post the rest of them on the Instagram so you can go read those because there's some wild shit that I got on here. Do you need me to vamp and go first so that way you can finish yours?
No, I'm just gonna pull some randomly off
Okay.
of here and what I have written down.
So the very first one I have on here is Swerve Strickland, AEW champion.
Okay, I'm for it.
Yeah, I'm in. It's time. We're ready to go. And the other one I said, let's see here. There's going to be a movie about a haunted stick.
Okay, can see it.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell's finally going to die.
Don't know who that is.
He's one of the worst people of all time.
Okay.
He's my name is Mitch McConnell, and I've had strokes on TV 13 times and won't give up the Senate. Fucking piece of shit. That was 2, 3. And then I said Sasquatch poems are going to be a thing. They're going to find poems written by Sasquatch. That's 4. Let's see here. Wizards of the Coast is going to declare bankruptcy. The people who do D&D and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because they laid off like 90%, a lot of their workers
Yeah.
right after they just made all that money.
Rachel's brother was talking about that at Christmas. He was fucking going off
Yep.
on a fucking rant.
Calling that they're going to declare air quotes bankruptcy because they don't have any workers, which he got rid of them all. Dumb
Yeah.
shits. That's 5. And then there's going to be the gays are going to take over streaming services this year, folks. We're tired of this shit. You've been fucking around too long. We're taking it over. Watch out. RuPaul's Drag Race is only going to be on the new gay Netflix.
Gay Netflix TM.
Yep.
Gay Flicks TM.
Yes. There's going to be an essential worker strike, I think, this year.
Okay.
So people who are, because like me, down at the bottom of the run, we're going to get
Right.
tired of this shit where we
Right.
can't afford anything.
Right.
It's going to be too much, and here we are. I think it's going to happen. That's 7. There's going to be some sort of volcanic eruption.
Okay.
I don't know where, but that's going to happen this year. I'm calling it. It's either going to be in the UK or it's going to be here in America, and I haven't decided which one that is. This is Eric's worst nightmare. We're going to find a previously thought to be extinct sea animal someplace, and it's going to be thriving.
I don't. That's yeah. I don't.
'Kay.
I don't fucking. I can see that for real because we'd have to have technology to go deep enough in the fucking ocean for them to fucking find inner Earth where fucking King Kong lives to find that
Right.
shit.
So, and for my 10th and final one, because of all the nonsense, the gays are gonna be taking over gay flicks. We're gonna have a bunch of other stuff going on this year. Drag Queen Supreme Court nomination. Calling it.
Fucking
time.
RuPaul on Supreme Court.
Yeah. And you better. And she's just going to make whoever the Supreme Court, whatever case comes to her, is going to have to lip sync for their lives. And then she's going to go, you, sir, shall sashay away.
If anything, at least end with, if you can't love yourself, how the fuck you gonna love anybody else?
That's my 10. And there's more ridiculous shit on here, believe me. And I labeled mine, so we'll know which one's which.
Well, give a couple more.
You want a couple more?
Sure.
All right.
Because I don't have that many and I'm pulling shit off of this other thing.
Machine Gun Kelly's going to get a major TV role.
Okay. Can see it.
Can see it. I'm in. Be a Man is to become the new theme of the gay army. Be a man. Must be swift as a coursing river.
What is that from?
Mulan.
Oh. I think I've seen that movie twice in my entire life.
Oh, it's really good.
I know, that's like John's favorite Disney movie.
Yay. And then we have there's silly shit on here too. See, Ric Flair's gonna have a stroke this year. I put that in there.
Okay.
I've seen him too many times. The man looks like a for real Skeletor. We've got problems.
He's got Woo Energy keeping him alive though, bro.
Or that's gonna give him the
A
stroke.
mix between Woo Energy and Mike Tyson's weed brand.
Between that and I have astrology becomes a religion.
Okay. All right. I'll throw some. If we
Believe me, there's more.
we might keep going. So one of them I have is that we're gonna have an actual alien broadcast revealing themselves, like where they're gonna tap into all our shit and like come up on our screens.
It's gonna be like anonymous but aliens.
yeah, and
I'm
be
in.
like, we're actually here. Here's proof that we're actually here. Blah 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 blah.
Okay. Which honestly, aliens, invite us on your podcast.
Rachel said an AI/robot uprising, which I could very well see.
Not yet. 2025, maybe. We'll see.
There's this fucking podcast that Mark introduced me to called Dudesy, where it's it's like two dudes like us, but then the rest of it's run by like AI, like what they talk about and everything, and like how whatever they've done, they put all their information goes through this AI, so like all their text messages and shit, and it just gathers information to make fucking show topics and show shit for him every fucking episode.
I don't like that.
And it makes like little fucking songs for him and everything. I'm like, this is cool as fuck. If it didn't involve me fucking losing like everything like in your phone, like I said, literally all your shit between the two of you, and they use that shit to fucking make stuff. Anyway, excuse me. Another one that Rachel said was Taylor Swift is going to reveal that she's actually a man.
Shut the fuck up. Are we fighting Taylor? Are we gonna fight am I gonna fight your wife?
She was just saying that she could be a man.
Oh, like in a girl. Oh, she's gonna be trans. Oh, I thought you meant like this whole time. Well, I don't know. TBD. I don't know how I feel about this. TBD.
And then off this other thing here, it looked interesting. So, Tom Holland dies in a very embarrassing way and gets a Roblox tribute game.
I don't want Tom Holland to die, but I do want to see the embarrassing Roblox game.
Fossils of a dog-like creature discovered on the moon.
Okay. Moondog. Moondog is the goodest of boys.
Let's see here. Morgan Freeman gets added to Fortnite.
Wait, no. I think he'll get added to Fortnite. We should put a caveat to that. But he's going to be like a narrator.
Oh, okay.
Sir, what are you doing with that piece of weaponry? It is incredibly inaccurate. Right?
Chipotle has another E. coli outbreak and almost goes bankrupt.
Ooh. Man, just when we're about to get one.
Let's see here. That's kind of close. Beloved actor gets exposed for grooming with concrete evidence.
Ooh. I mean, that's not fair. We didn't know about the Epstein tapes when we were doing this, so you might have gotten a I got a spot there. Bud.
Ariana Grande wrecks 3 celebrity marriages.
She's already wrecked one, so we're on our way. Sorry.
LGBTQ actor exposed for grooming causes mass riots that kill hundreds.
Girl, I don't want that. That's what the gay army's going to be about.
Yeah.
We have to protect ourselves. This is it. This is our war. Okay.
And we'll do one last one here on here. Fuck. Elon Musk revealed to be addicted to heroin. We'll go with that.
Heroin?
Yeah.
I don't think he'd slum it with something as little as heroin.
It'd probably be fancy heroin.
Yeah, whatever. It's like that episode of South Park when they play Guitar Hero, but they play this other game called Chase the Dragon, where you're just shooting up with heroin constantly, and you never catch the dragon. He's actually got his own line of heroin out there that's just like, listen, it's Elon Musk chasing the dragon, and then oh god, how insufferable would that be if that's true? Because he's gonna have like a 15 docuseries on X, Twitter about it, about his overcoming addiction,
right,
and how it's made him a better person. Oh geez, you know what? I'm going back to what we did in the beginning. I just want to go to bed now. I don't want this. I don't want any of this. But that was our bingo cards. Well, at least a snippet of them. I will get Eric.
Oh, this one says Kanye gets elected.
I'm going home. If Kanye West gets elected after that motherfucker, he is up to some fuck shit.
I don't know what. I know that he chills with Trump, but that's about as far as
he's up his
and
ass.
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, like crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like it's cool, but you do you. As long as your decisions don't affect me, you can be as crazy as a motherfucker as you want. However, Once you start getting into those offices, you start to affect me.
You
can't
seen
be
that like
crazy.
fucking zillion fucking inch TV that he bought? It was on Instagram forever ago. It's like fucking huge as fuck. Like,
Did he just buy like a fucking wall for it? Is it just the wall TV? Literally?
Basically, but it's a fucking actual TV and it's fucking massive as shit.
I'm not in. I don't. I would like to unsubscribe from his blog.
Do you follow his?
I would never.
I don't even think he's on anything anymore. He's fucking just turned everything off. Basically, after his mom died, this dude lost, and one of the Kardashians got a hold of him. He fucking lost his mind.
Listen, if I can survive the things I've survived, he has got no fucking. If I had the money he had, we'd be doing a lot cooler shit.
I think he went broke though at some point, too.
He ain't broke now.
No, probably not now, but yeah.
He got that MAGA money.
It's probably why he joined. Let me get a loan, bro. I'll fucking rep you.
Like if this whole thing's just been like, what oh gosh, I'm forgetting what's the wrestling term, Eric?
Work.
Yep, thank you. If this whole thing's just been a work and he's just like, I'm just taking this motherfucking old white man for his money.
All right.
Put it on the bingo card. Kanye West has a work, and that's why he gets elected. Bingo card.
For it.
He just wanted to take some old white man's money, and honestly, get it.
Works.
Yeah, work. WERQ, work.
But yeah, so we're gonna be covering some other shit coming up here. I don't know. We'll have to figure out some new segments, figure out some things. We kind of just whim this episode together here.
I think it's a good one though. This is one of my favorite ones we've done. This whole bingo card thing is now since it's committed to tape,
Except for now, I'm kind of freaked out after my dream about Amanda and now finding out the whole trip thing.
Yeah, we're gonna call her after this is done, I think, and say like, listen, let's talk. This whole thing you got going on.
And I literally never talked to her, never anything. So it's really weird as fuck for that literally to be that specific of a fucking person and shit to have that fucking dream. So
I've also punched my glasses. I get new glasses this week.
yay.
Yeah.
The small things.
All the small things. The thing I was gonna say too is, so I've been on this other weird thing where people are into like affirmation TikTok.
Oh, they're like, you're gonna have a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your dick is huge.
They look into the microphone with this voice and they go, "You're such a good girl," or "You're a good boy."
I don't know if that's affirmation. If they're saying
I like that. What does that say about me?
You're such a good boy.
You can make money doing that, yo. We're gonna offer your voice services up for other things now. You can just read. You can read smut with me.
Yeah. I'll be the voices and you just be the narrator. Like
Secretly, he's been wondering this whole time why things are there. We didn't even talk about New Year's. Speaking of the voice,
oh yeah,
we did the one shot. Zach Bishop is calling me. Speaking of D&D, he can wait.
Fucking weird too.
It's live. I'm not gonna get on live TV for this. But
yeah, we one shot at D&D. It was the first time
he was supposed to do it, and then literally I get a phone call like 2 hours before, and Mark's like, "Hey, do you think you could wing something up?" And I'm like, "Maybe."
Yeah.
And then I invented the Boulay brothers, who went and had a coliseum where their characters had to go through and beat people's asses, and they would win a prize.
Right.
And then Mark, at the very end, decided to get a little too. I threw up a little bit in my mouth. Get a little overzealous and try to attack the character after he'd already paid them out, and he cut off his head.
Yeah. But it was fun.
It was fun for me to do it too. So
That was the first time me and Rachel ever played D&D.
Yeah.
We had to go through the whole fucking thing on the app.
That took a while. Yeah. Once you get set up, it's pretty easy though.
Yeah.
I think that's what he literally just texted me. He's like, "Are we going to play D&D tomorrow?" Probably, Zach, probably, but you don't listen to this. But if you do, I'm answering you before I text you back, which is something I do.
Right. And then we played that adult fucking Uno shit.
That was horse shit.
Why?
Well, I think when you say adult stuff, I think it was just going to be like really uncomfortable questions.
Yeah.
But there's one that I got, it's like, "Hey, do a somersault." And I'm like, "Ho, I'm 40.
And then there was the card where I had to either draw whatever, or I had to make myself cry or
Yeah.
pretend to cry.
And you did it.
And then, or get real tears and fucking whatever. And Mark says that still fucking bothers him to this day. I was fucking so in the zone. I knew exactly what song to fucking play, whatever to fucking get into where I would immediately just start fucking crying at least like 30 seconds into the song. Wasn't even paying attention to anybody. Rachel said you and her looked away, that you both fucking turned away, wouldn't even watch. But Mark like watched and then like tried to half hug me while I was, and he's like, that shit still fucking stays with me, dude. He's like, that was because after you left, we kept playing up until whatever the fuck, and he's like, if this card ever comes up again, he's like, no one's playing it.
Yeah. I got from being up late, because the day before that was the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then we had that. From being up so late 2 days in a row, my sleep schedule, I have been fucked all week. For 2 weeks straight, it feels like. What I'm going to end the show on today, our good friend of the show, friend of the pod, Jason, sent me this picture. And I will show you I'm going to show Eric a picture right now.
Oh, yeah.
Did he send you that?
Yeah.
Did he tell you what I said?
No, it's the picture of Jada Pinkett Smith all bald with in her gold glass or gold.
And everyone's like,
coat
that's
and shit.
Pitbull. And I
Yeah.
said, we're like seconds away from Jada Pitbull Smith being on Hoochie Daddies. Watch out, Hootie. You got a new judge.
Or yeah, she's gonna take your job.
Yeah. Watch out. I'm looking out for you, girl. Even though you didn't answer me back about that whole Barbie Ken situation.
Although I think if it was a show involving more of between like 16 and 18-year-old boys, then they would have a problem.
No.
'Cause apparently she likes him young.
Who does?
Jada Pinkett,
Oh, gross.
there's a whole thing about her fucking.
Is she really as bad as they've been?
That she's cheated on Will Smith and shit, and yeah, fucking told him that shit live on fucking, or that show on TV in like an interview or something. That's what that whole meme is, of him fucking with tears in his eyes. It was just him fucking hearing that shit for the first fucking time.
What a
fucking
bitch.
sitting
Why
there.
would you do that to Will Smith of all people? You get a nice guy, raise your kids with you. I mean, your kid's a piece of shit, and he's, well, he's not a piece of shit, but the movies he's in sure are. That's not his fault. But come on. What are we doing here, Jada Pinkett Smith? I get it. That are we ready?
Well,
The free spot, Jada Pinkett Smith is the new owner of Hoochie Daddies or Zeus TV.
who does own Zeus TV?
Some bitch.
Oh, that's helpful.
That's gonna be our new. Who's that bitch? It's gonna be me doing that, and then it's gonna be a segment where we talk about it.
Just give random description. People
Yeah.
have to guess what it is.
This bitch who does this thing, and sometimes she dresses up, and one time she made Will Smith cry. Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith. You correctly guessed. Who's that bitch?
On that note, fucking go with the socials.
Yeah, you can check us out, and you should, because I'm about to post our 2024 bingo cards on there. Wide range of convo at Instagram, and then I am not charted on all my socials. Eric is _Eric __ 989. I don't know. We should probably start doing some YouTube stuff too. I made a promise. I etched it in stone that I was going to start doing TikToks for us, and I'm still going to do it. I just have to find a way to do it just strictly on my phone because I'm not famous enough to have a camera and all that jazz yet. So I have older stuff that probably predates everything we've ever talked about doing stuff, but
Right on.
got a mini disc. Do you even have a mini cassette bra?
Like the actual ones?
Yeah, I got those.
Oh. I think there's probably some in my mom's house.
Yeah.
From like a fucking answering machine.
Back in our day when we did video production, that was the latest technology.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we appreciate you for watching or listening. Probably both.
Sure.
You watch, they just watch our icon when they're listening. Going, well, who's this motherfucker? My throat hurts. I can't stop.
All right. Well, yeah.
Before it gets extra gruff.
It starts sounding like you're smoking Newports.
Listen here, kid. You don't understand the things I've been through.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
So many dicks that's been in this, you don't understand. Smoke it through my stoma.
All right. We'll check you guys next episode. We'll see you guys around for the next one.
Have a nice day, ladies.